Have you ever wondered why, even though you're doing everything right, eating healthy, staying active, following the rules, your legs still feel weaker? Why does it seem like stairs are getting steeper? Why does it take just a bit longer to rise from a chair than it used to? Is it simply aging? Or is something else happening quietly, right under your nose? This might surprise you, because sometimes it's not about what you're not doing. It's about what you are doing, without realizing how harmful it truly is. Every single day, millions of seniors make one innocent mistake. A mistake they've been told their entire lives is good for them, because for decades we've been taught that fruits are nature's gift, healthy, clean, and essential. And for the most part, they are. But here's the truth, no one dares to say out loud. Not all fruits are good for older adults. In fact, some of the fruits you eat every week, the ones that look healthy, sweet, and harmless, may be the very foods slowly weakening your legs, aggravating joint pain, and making every step more difficult. You see, as we age, our metabolism slows, our circulation declines, and the foods that once fueled us can now begin to fail us. Especially fruits. Some are high in sugar, acids, and compounds that spike blood. Sugar, trigger inflammation, and directly target your mobility. And the worst part, the damage is slow, subtle, invisible, until one day you feel a strange tightness in your knees after a short walk, or a deep ache in your calves just from standing too long. Today, we're exposing the 7 most harmful fruits for seniors over 60. If you care about your leg strength, your balance, and your ability to move without pain, this is the truth you need. Because once you understand what these fruits are doing, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Stick with me to the end, especially if you want strong, steady, pain-free legs. This just might be the wake-up call your body's been waiting for. But before we dive in, take a second. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we talk about what no one else will. If you're watching this now, I want to know. Are you with me? Type 1 in the comments if this speaks to you. If not, type 0. Your voice matters more than you know. Let's begin. Pineapple. The sweet saboteur pineapple. Juicy, tropical, fresh. It's long been praised as a natural anti-inflammatory thanks to bromelain. But here's the twist. It may be secretly harming your legs. Why? Because pineapple is loaded with natural sugars and acids. For a younger person, this isn't a big deal. But once you're over 60, those same sugars can spike your blood glucose, damage delicate blood vessels in your legs, and reduce oxygen flow to your lower body. The result? Swelling, pain, fatigue, that stiffness in your knees, that burning in your calves, could be pineapple quietly doing its work. Worse still, bromelain can interact with medications, especially blood thinners. And the acidity, it stokes joint inflammation like fuel to a fire, especially if you already suffer from arthritis or chronic pain. You may think you're making a healthy choice, but pineapple could be one reason your legs feel heavier every year. Bananas. The muscle imposter soft, sweet, and packed with potassium, bananas seem like a perfect food for seniors. But beneath that friendly peel lies a problem. Bananas are rich in fast-digesting carbs and natural sugar. And that means after you eat them, blood sugar spikes, insulin rises, and inflammation follows, especially in the legs. Fluid retention can increase. Ankles swell. Calves feel tight. Joints stiffen. You might be eating bananas to help your muscles, but they could be the reason climbing stairs feels harder every week. And because they don't cause immediate discomfort, most people never connect the dots. But over time, the damage adds up, and your legs pay the price. Grapes. The tiny triggers, they're small, they're sweet, they're easy to snack on. But grapes are dangerously deceptive. These bite-sized fruits are packed with fructose, a sugar that converts directly into uric acid and fat in the liver. And when uric acid builds up, joint pain, swelling, stiffness, that stabbing pain in your big toe at night, that heavy ache in your calves after sitting. It could be grapes quietly, feeding the fire, and they're so easy to overeat. One handful becomes two, and suddenly, you've consumed more sugar than you would in a can of soda, with all the consequences. Watermelon. The hydration. Hoke's watermelon is 90% water. It's refreshing. It seems innocent, but in reality, it's hiding something powerful. A sky-high glycemic index. Watermelon causes blood sugar to spike rapidly. And for seniors, those spikes lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and reduced blood flow to the legs. That post-snack fatigue in your thighs, that weird swelling around your ankles after lunch. Watermelon might be the cause. Sweet on the outside, dangerous on the inside, especially when your body's trying to fight inflammation. Oranges. The acidic offender. Oranges. Bright, full of vitamin C, promoted as immune boosters. But they also carry a heavy dose of citric acid, which is hard on aging joints. For seniors, especially those already experiencing stiffness or arthritis, that acid can aggravate joint linings and intensify inflammation. You wake up stiff. Your hips ache after sitting. You assume it's age. But it could be that morning glass of orange juice quietly contributing to the pain. Green apples. The sour strain, they're crisp, they're tart, and they look like the healthy option. But green apples contain malic acid, a compound that can irritate sensitive tissues, especially in aging bodies. Many seniors report leg pain, hip tension, or aching thighs after eating apples, without ever realizing why. Add in natural sugar, and now you've got a recipe for blood sugar swings, nighttime cramping, and morning stiffness. They seem clean and simple, but for some, green apples could be the hidden cause of daily leg fatigue. Mango, the sugar bomb, finally mango. Sweet, juicy, irresistible, and for seniors, one of the most dangerous. A single mango contains a massive dose of natural sugar. That sugar rush triggers insulin spikes, inflammation, and, over time, nerve pain, burning sensations in the feet, swelling and unsteady legs. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't seem indulgent, but your joints feel the sugar, even if your taste buds don't. Now here's the good news. Yes, these fruits can harm aging legs, but others can heal. So let's talk about what you should eat instead. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Low in sugar, high in antioxidants. They reduce inflammation and improve circulation. Cherries. In moderation, cherries lower uric acid levels and ease joint pain. Avocado, a fruit rich in healthy fats that reduce inflammation and support joint tissue. Papaya, gentle on the gut, full of enzymes that calm inflammation. Pears, light, hydrating, and balanced with fiber to avoid blood sugar spikes. These fruits don't stress your legs. They support them. They help you walk further, stand longer, and move more freely, without pain or swelling. Here's the bottom line. Not all fruits are created equal, especially after 60. You don't have to give up fruit, but you do need to. Choose wisely. Choose fruits that work with your body, not against it. And if you've read this far, it tells me one thing. You care. You're ready to take control, and you're not alone. Aging can be tough. The aches, the fear of falling, the slower steps. But by making smart, informed changes, you can reclaim your strength. Start with what's on your plate. Your legs will thank you.